Hello guys, and welcome back to another episode of my FIFA 19 manager Manchester United career mode. And in today's episode we're going to be beginning the Premier League season. And from the previous episode we actually managed to get rid of some players like Ashley Young and the others. They are gone, I think, but Ashley Young I think is going to be playing for one of the clubs, because one of these big clubs, because actually Real Madrid and Roma are in for him. So Ashley Young is going to be playing for one of them, and the others, they'll be joining him, they'll be leaving the club. And in this episode we're going to be playing against Leicester City and Brighton and Hove Albion. Those are going to be the first two matches of our Premier League season, and I really hope that we actually manage to get off to a winning start. So now I think we're going to get into the first match of the Premier League season. Okay, and so for the first match of the season, this is the team we're going to be going with. We're going to have Diogo Dalot at right back, with Bailly and Lindelof and Shaw, and David De Gea in goal. We're going to have Fred and Pogba, with DYBALA up front, in front of them, and Martial, Rashford and Alexis Sanchez. So here we go with the first game of the season. It's at Old Trafford. We're starting the season at home up against Leicester City, and I really hope that we start the season off with a win. That would be easier for us to build on that. I'm still trying to get some defenders into the team, and I've not had much luck with that. I hope that in the next few weeks I can manage to sign a few defenders. Leicester City are a really good team, and I don't think this is actually going to be a walkover in any case, but I expect us to pull through in the end and actually beat them fairly comfortably. So here we go now with the first game of the season for Manchester United, and we are taking on Leicester City at home. We've got a corner, and DYBALA crosses it, can't find anyone in the near post, tries to hit it to the far post, and couldn't score. Here goes DYBALA, I think, with the corner, and crosses it to the far post, and Pogba gets at the end of it, and Pogba scores. Pogba scores the first goal of our Premier League season, and he is the kind of player that I'm expecting to play a big part in our season. Oh, now Martial is through. Martial trying to finds Fred, and oh man, Fred hits it off the post. That was beautiful from Anthony Martial. Found Fred, and Fred just hit it, and he hit it quite well, but Schmeichel did better and saved it and hit it and deflected it off the post. And here we go, we've got a corner kick again. DYBALA tries to find Alexis Sanchez in the near post, and Sanchez couldn't get to it. DYBALA has got a second bite of the cherry, but yeah, it's cleared, and they don't have anybody forward, so right now it's just an onslaught of our attacks, and I think we should be able to these are the kind of games that I think we should be able to win this season. We should not be troubled by some of these games. We should be able to beat most of these teams fairly easily. DYBALA again finds Marcus Rashford. Rashford finds DYBALA, and that's DYBALA gets his first goal of the season, first competitive goal for the club, and that's Manchester United 2 and Leicester 0. This was all down to Marcus Rashford. He did well, though in all fairness to Paul DYBALA, he actually started the move, and Rashford did so well to find him, and he did well to actually finish. So far it's comfortable, like I said it would be, because in as much as Leicester are a good team, no disrespect to them, we should be able to beat the likes of Leicester fairly comfortably. we've played well in the first half, and let's see how we can do in the second half, which is about to start now. So far, Leicester have not done anything to threaten our goal. I think David De Gea has been he could have the newspaper out there, because they haven't done anything. The defenders have halted every attack of theirs. Wow, that's beauty from, I think, Alexis Sanchez. He's got acres of space. Can't find anybody. He couldn't beat the first man with his cross. Now Diogo Dalot is on the attack. He finds Anthony Martial. Martial, beautiful, tries to find Alexis Sanchez. And Sanchez just heads it wide. I think that was wide, yeah. He heads it wide. He actually did quite well for a guy who's not so tall to actually win that header. He did well, and he was just unlucky that the header went wide. So far, there's been nothing that has happened in the second half. Though here we go. I think here Lukaku, and Lukaku fails to score. Lukaku should be barring those chances, given I am preferring Rashford over him. He has to bury such chances to make a claim to start games. And so other than the Lukaku header, nothing else has happened, and I think that will be the game. And that's a good way to start the season. DYBALA was player of the match, and he's on fire right now. He's showing that he's worth every penny that we spent on him. Now, other than the few players that I actually brought on, I think the others did quite well. The rest of the team that actually started had everyone had a 7 out of 10, 7 and above out of 10, so they did quite well. And so now, as it stands, since we're the only ones who have actually played a game, so we are top of the table with 3 points and 2 goals scored. And the other team should be playing in the next day or so. So we'll see where we stand after 2 games. And so now let's get straight into the second game of this episode, because we do not want to make this episode run on for too long. And so for the second game against Brighton and Hove Albion, the majority of the team remains unchanged apart from the left wing. In that position, I actually bring on Jadon Sancho to get his full debut against Brighton, and Alexis Sanchez goes to the bench. The rest of the team is unchanged from the previous game. And now, just like the first game against Leicester, Brighton are a team that they're a good team, but I still expect us to be able to beat such a team with no problems whatsoever. We are now playing away at I think it's the Apex Stadium. I think that's the stadium for Brighton and Hove Albion. I'm not sure, I'll have to check. But yeah, we are playing at the away to Brighton, and the match is now on its way, and we're already trying to get a quick attack, and Brighton themselves are trying to get a quick attack right now. They counter our attack, and Brighton trying to play the ball into the box. Nice overlap, and that was a good cross, but there was no striker there too. And now Brighton have the numbers. Can they break themselves? Brighton on attack. They're passing the ball nicely, brings in the cross, and the cross is just too long. Brighton have actually started this game well. They look sharp and lively. Sancho finds Rashford, who finds DYBALA, and DYBALA's got Anthony Martial waiting, and the keeper manages to get to it and clear. And now it's given back to Anthony Martial. Martial tries to find Rashford, and Rashford just hits it wide. Now here's some interesting transfer news. Napoli signed Gerard Piqué. I don't know where FIFA actually get these transfers. These are not transfers that I don't think they can happen. I don't think Napoli would sign Gerard Piqué from FC Barcelona for reason A. I don't think Gerard Piqué would want to leave Barcelona to go anywhere. And here we are on the attack. It's cleared. Actually, I thought we were going to score there. Martial turns and shoots, and that's how his first goal of the season. Anthony Martial scores his first goal of the season, and what a goal that was. It was fed to him by Fred. He turned, shot, and the keeper couldn't get to it. Let's take another look at it. Fred gets it from Pogba, gives it Martial. He turns, shoots it first time, and shoots it into the top right hand corner. Now Brighton on the attack again, and we had that covered all the way. Here we go. Jadon Sancho finds DYBALA, looking for Rashford, finds him. Rashford shows strength. Rashford squares it to DYBALA, and DYBALA gets his second goal of the season. Rashford showed strength to find DYBALA there, and DYBALA managed to get his second goal of the season. He's been playing well, DYBALA, so far this season, and it looks like he was actually a great investment. He's doing very well, and I think him, Martial, Rashford, and Sancho can be a very good attacking four for us in this season and also in the seasons ahead. Brighton on the attack now. That was a beautiful ball over the top, and he couldn't find any player. And now we can counter. Here we go with Martial. Rashford couldn't play it back to Martial, and now this game is being played from end to end. Brighton tried to counter and they could not counter. Now we can counter them with Sancho. He spins, and that's half time. I don't know why the referee did not make us finish that attack, because I think when the team is attacking, you do not have to blow the whistle when one team is attacking, especially when they're that close to the goal. I don't know, I've not seen it happen. So here we go, second half. We've played well in the first half. We scored 2 goals, and there were 2 very well taken goals. One was just brilliance from Anthony Martial, and the other was a team goal which was finished by DYBALA. And let's hope we get another goal in the second half. So far in this second half, just like the Leicester game, nothing has really happened. It's been a boring second half. I don't know why we're able to play so well in the first half, and then the second half is like we've run out of gas. And now Brighton tried to find, that's a beautiful cross. He should have squared it, but he was selfish there. Now we're on the attack again. Rashford, he has got DYBALA running, and DYBALA is through. This should be a goal, surely. DYBALA goal, and that's 3-0. We finally managed to get a goal in the second half. DYBALA has been a man in form. Everything he touches, every shot he makes finds the back of the net. He's been a great investment for us in the transfer window. He did cost us quite an amount of money, but I think with such performances he'll be worth every penny. Though I'm still worried about the team depth that we have. We do not have much depth other than the first team. So with matches in the Champions League, the Carabao Cup, the FA Cup, the Premier League, I don't know where we're going to get the depth from to play all those matches, because I think our players will get gassed and will have a problem finishing the season strong if we do not manage to find recruitments to improve the overall depth of the team, because we have let go of quite a number of players. So it'll be interesting to see how we fare until January, because I don't think we're going to be able to get any players in the team during this window. So now that's the end of the second game. We managed to win 3-0. Goals by DYBALA and Anthony Martial. DYBALA gets another Player of the Match award. Those are 2 Player of the Match awards in his first 2 competitive games for the club. And right now, as it stands, we are first with 6 points, and Bournemouth also have 6 points, but they've conceded 2 goals, scored the same number of goals as ourselves, but we haven't conceded any goals. We've scored 5 goals. So that's how it's looking at the top of the table. I'm sure that will change midway through the season. The regular teams will be in those positions. And for the bottom half, we've got Crystal Palace, Newcastle, and Burnley in the relegation zone after 2 games. So that will be the end of this episode. If you enjoyed this episode, please don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And thank you very much for watching.